Because I ain't, this
this
really
camera,
like
camera
my first
off.
time doing it. Okay, welcome everybody. You are on the flow with Mr. Positive Energy himself, Sterling Edmonds.
Hello, everybody out there. Hello, how you doing?
So I don't know, I'm recording and I'm also on the floor and I'm also recording. So I do want to tell everybody, hello, you are on the flow with Tazo Talk to Me. And we have our hood's own Mr. Positive Energy himself, Sterling Edmonds. I want everybody to welcome Sterling to the stage. So we're going to get right into it. I got 10 questions because we're in Ward 10. So I got 10 questions for you. But I did want to start off with our topic that we're going to be talking about periodically in and throughout. I am True Sip, and I'm just basically talking to Sterling, and that's why you only see him, because I want you to hear it from his voice and see it from his eyes. So our topic we're going to be talking about is being a positive figure while surviving in the neighborhood. So the first thing I wanted to hear you talk about is being a positive figure while surviving in the neighborhood, in your neighborhood. How does that make you feel?
That's a good question there. Being a positive figure while we're surviving in the neighborhood that is impoverished, coming from a community where we're dealing with drugs, alcoholism, gambling, debt. I think it's like going through the Matrix. You ever seen the movie with Neo? And you get the red pill or the blue pill? And I think it just all boiled down to choices, because it's very easy for us to go down a road of negativity, especially when it's all around us.
Right.
We're consumed by it.
Right.
We see it every day we walk out our houses. But it's very hard for us to choose the positive road, knowing that you will be an outcast, knowing that people are not going to receive you immediately, but they will eventually, from your actions and your work, start to take to what you're doing and what you're putting out. So I definitely I know, and this is for everybody that's out there that's watching, staying positive is not easy, but it is possible if you do stay consistent, embody the words, practicing what you preach, making sure that you are reading, working out, sharpening your mind, people, places, and things. Is the top three. My top three things that have definitely cultivate and shape the person that I have become. Because I wasn't always like this. Thoughts were impure. My actions weren't the best. The people I were hanging around didn't have my best interests, because they didn't have the best interest for themselves as well. So it's been we've definitely been growing. I like that.
So that's a good answer. That's a good answer, because, and all of that is definitely true. It's almost like the responsibility that Jesus had in a soft sense, because to not wear that though, but he was afraid of how he might. Well, of course, he didn't care, because he was the child. He was the son of God. But there was a concern. People are not going to like me. They're not going to hear what I say. They're not going to believe me. They're not going to follow me. And for a minute, they didn't. They was like, no, this guy either wants some attention. He claimed he the Messiah. So I understand what you're saying in that sense of, everybody may not take it the way that you're thinking it, or the way that you're coming off with your positivity. And then again, on the other hand, some people may feel like they don't know where to start with positivity.
That is true. That's a good one.
They may not know where to start. With some people, Sterling, it'd be hard for them to apologize.
Take accountability.
And apologize. So to actually be positive, that's actually being bold enough to walk with some big shoes on and then not be, and you had a tissue in the front.
Yeah.
You know, and you not care about nobody because these is my big shoes that I'm gonna be walking in big land in a minute. So I don't care if people see that they look big in the front from the tissue.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. Definitely.
Yeah. So that's important. That's important because a lot of people want to be Mr. or Mrs. Positive Energy, but they be scared of what people gonna say.
Yeah. They
be scared of if you not going to do something ridiculous. If like some people need the boldness of ignorance. You know, like I don't want to do it, but I'll watch you do it.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So it
and that's how people get encouraged sometimes by somebody stepping out there first, so they can see I can do this.
I can do it. Yeah. It's not so bad. It doesn't feel. Bad. It's not bad being positive. You know, you're not going to lose any strikes. You still gonna have all the girls that talked to you before still gonna talk to you.
That's true.
I mean, you know, that's not gonna stop anything. So it just be it'd be weird. So that's an important thing. Let's get into the questions. Because I don't really want to hold you. I know this is a holiday. But every day today
Happy
is
Labor
a holiday.
Day, everybody.
Happy Labor Day, everybody. I hope y'all cooking. If not, I got me a plate. Because I don't got no little kids here, so I didn't cook anything. Right. I accepted all plates. But so I do have 10 questions because we are in War 10. So I can shuffle. I don't have to go straight 1 through 10. So I will start off with, how was your childhood growing up that makes you so passionate about your community?
That's a good question. My childhood started off pretty well. My mother and father was married. And unfortunately, like most marriages in our community, it didn't last. I'm not sure why or whatever took place. I was too young to know any of that information, but they separated when I was 8. I actually started off 131st in between Union and Miles on a street called Gay Avenue.
My cousins stay on Gay.
Really?
Yes.
Really? That's correct. Small world.
Yes.
And then my dad actually moved into the 10th Ward area when I was 8 or 9. And he moved on Hillview. That's a couple streets over from Cliffview. So I started coming over like every summer, start hanging out here. But what happened to cause me to start going down a path that wasn't conducive to growth was the breakup of the 2-parent household. And in between that, you know, my aunt was murdered when I was 7. She was stabbed by her alleged boyfriend.
Oh, wow. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, my other aunt died of breast cancer. My great grandfather passed. So all these things as a kid, that's just happening in front of me, and I don't really understand what's going on or why. And I was coming over every summer. Then that started to me like trying to figure out who I was, and still now I'm dealing with a single mother. And now I'm being the punching bag for my mom. There's a lot of responsibility is on her. So she was just angry.
Yeah.
You know, she was battling her own demons. She's I want to say, I'm going to choose my words wisely because she might see this. She used to be involved in the street element with drug usage. So I'm pretty sure a lot of her stress and anger was coming from that, trying to still figure out who she was and where she wanted to go in life, but always kept a steady job and stuff like that. Then I started running away. I think that was just a cry out for help. Like, I need some attention.
Right.
What's going on? I don't understand. You know, dad
Remember me?
Yep. Dad way over here. Now he's dealing with different women, stuff like that. Mother's over here working. I guess, on their free time.
Trying,
right? But things get hard for a single mother.
Yeah. More hats than people ever know that a single mother wears.
Yeah. So you're running away. That affected my schooling. Not showing up to school, so now I can't do the work to make decent grades. So that went on, probably running away. True. Right. And I was like 15. Then that got me caught up in like breaking the houses, trying to be associating with the people that was in the environment.
The association.
Right. So want to be accepted. We want to be accepted. And then these guys are going through the same things that I'm going through. So it's kind of like a brotherhood, but
y'all don't even know how y'all connected.
Yeah, but we don't know how to help each other get out of it. Because we all battling something. Dad's not there. Mom's doing this. People got siblings and stuff like that. And just, a lack of guidance. Yeah. So, then I started going to juvie because the running away led to unruly. So at this time, they was putting you in the juvenile detention center. So now I'm just like, can I cuss on this? Is it okay to cuss? Yes. Yeah, so now I'm just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Failed the 8th grade 3 times. Not because I'm stupid or anything like that. I just wasn't going to school.
Right.
That was just, my attention was elsewhere.
Right.
I was caught up in what I thought was going to last forever. And, our youth is fleeting. It's gone as quick as we get it.
It is.
Especially if you don't take advantage of it.
Exactly.
So then I had a grand theft auto charge that was dropped down to joyriding, stealing cars.
Praise God for that. Dropped down to joyride.
Yeah. Theft. I had theft because I wasn't going home. So I go to like Burlington, random mall and stuff, and go steal clothes, stuff like that. Just doing things that I knew wasn't right, but I'm putting myself in these positions, so I gotta fend for myself and take care of myself. Then I start being involved with drug dealing, and it was crazy. The same thing that my mother was battling. Now I'm in the battle because now I'm actually being harmful to others by giving them the product that she's using. Yep. So that was like, and the whole time I'm going through everything, my conscience was right. Like I knew
it was wrong.
It was wrong. Everything, but I don't think I understood the severity it would have on my future.
Right.
And my dad was, he was there, but I don't think he didn't have a dad. So I don't think
he didn't know how to come.
Yeah, I don't think he knew exactly how to handle a young man because I got a son now, and it's like I'm very hands-on with him, to make sure like
I understand everything your dad probably
didn't do, so I know what to do. Yeah, he what's the saying? He jumps so I can fly, right? So I'm trying to fly and make sure my son's landing is as graceful and peaceful as possible.
That's good.
So we won't have to go through what I went through. But that's why I think a lot. I'm very passionate about what I'm doing because I did have a troubled childhood. But I want to say a lot of it was self-inflicted. Things do happen, right? Happen around us, but it's not what happens to us, it's how we react to them.
That is true.
And as I got older, I really understand that now. It's like, this could be going on, this could be going on. And I can't let it affect me to where it alters and changes the person I am.
Right.
In and out of juvenile for a minute, went to the Jones home, did a stint there for like 6 months. It was like a group home. It was in a Deuce. They call it the Juvenile Detention Center. We used to call it the Deuce, Juvenile Detention Center. Then they sentenced me like 4 months in the Jones home.
Was that off 120?
On the west side? No, it was on West 25th on the west side.
Okay.
Yeah. I think about Metro Health, right there by the hospital. So that's definitely made me passionate, not only about what I went through, but also for the next generation. and making sure that I definitely am setting the example of what a man should be, and not only a man, but a Black man should be. So I've been intentional since I started Positive Energy, even with the name. And then, you like a second mom to me. So your son has been there right there helping me all along the way, conversations to him being, gotta shout him out on here because I know he gonna see this.
Oh yeah.
From conversations and being hands-on with me. And I'm grateful for, the whole community has, at first, go back to your question, they weren't as abrasive as I wanted. And it was frustrating at times, like, I don't see what I'm doing.
Yeah, you hear me?
You ain't wearing the clothes,
right,
you're not embodying the message, But I think
because it's not like you were lying.
Yeah. But eventually you keep knocking on the door.
Yeah.
They'll let you in.
Oh yeah.
You might have to even kick it down to get in sometimes. So
but they'll welcome you.
They're welcome.
Like we'll put it back up there. Just come on in.
Get some water and you can talk.
Yeah. I can get some more.
No, I'm
gonna have to get me some in a minute.
Right.
But that was I like that. I like that your answer on that. So let me ask you this. What made you go to the Navy like now in 2024?
That's a good question there. At first, I was just taking a stab at it to see what would happen, right? Because it's something I always wanted to do, but I was younger, in my early 20s. I was involved with the law and got caught up. I had some felonies on my record. I had one, and I was able to get it expunged 5 years ago. And I also did something with that expungement. Not only did I get mine expunged, I got my dad's expunged.
Awesome.
Right, so generational curses, me and bro.
Yes.
Did the research myself, because that hanging over your head, a felony, it's like it's hanging over your life.
Yeah.
And it bothers it. It makes you question who you are. You get denied by jobs. You're not confident when you're going on interviews because you just got this hanging over your head everywhere you go. You're not even received the same by people.
Yeah.
Once they find out you got this on your record.
Yes.
So I was able to get mine expunged by the grace of God. So I just said, I always wanted to do it because even me being younger, I got in trouble when I was younger, then I would get in trouble, then stop and get back in trouble. And I think it's just due to environment, what's in our proximity, and we are who we hang around. So it's not, we don't see a lot of productive people on an everyday basis. So we fall into the traps that they put out for us to fall into.
I say fall for the banana in the tailpipe.
Banana in the tailpipe. Yeah, that's a good one. You're right. Yeah, you're right. So I got it expunged. I said, I'm gonna try this. I always wanted to, because I always wanted to have a sense of importance. Yeah. Right. From even being involved in the street element, and give you a sense of importance. Yeah. Because it makes you feel like you're doing something. Right. But really you're doing nothing. Right. But I know with this, I think it goes hand in hand with kind of what I'm doing. And it does. Of course, it's going to give me more discipline. I think it's going to evolve my palate. More patience. Yep.
You're pretty patient.
Yeah, I can be at times. Yes. I can be at times. At times, I have my moments where I am impatient, and I want things to just be like this in an instant. But we know it doesn't work like that. Yeah. Anything that you want, you got to work for.
Got to trust the process.
Got to.
I learned that in my latter years.
You got to. And I think it'll be beneficial to the kids because they pay for medical, they pay for dental, the GI Bill for school and for the kids. Even if I wanted to go back to school, the BH housing loan you can get. You can also borrow on it more than once to get properties. So I definitely did some research, and and done my homework on it to see how this would help me
and benefit you.
and benefit. And I think it's also, since I've been on this journey, we battle with some of the things that we're not happy about that we've done.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely think it's some sort of redemption
Mm-hmm.
attached to what I'm doing,
Mm-hmm.
to say I really have made a change on this person that I am today.
Mm-hmm.
Because I look back, a lot of stuff I wasn't happy doing.
Mm-hmm.
I was just doing it.
Right.
You know?
And that, that's a lot of people these days. A lot of people have been doing things for years.
Uh-huh.
And it'd be one day they woke up like, I ain't been happy doing this shit for the last 67 years. And I just realized it today.
Yeah.
That this shit make me sick.
Make me sick.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally. So that's good that you actually, like I used to always tell my sons, at least you have the ear to hear. Some people never hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that it may be.
Mm-hmm.
Some people never hear it. So it's actually good that you had the ear to hear. It's actually good that you took time to read, because a lot of people do not read. They don't read the fine print.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do their research. So you actually did your research, and this is something that is going to benefit you.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to benefit your children. It's going to benefit their children. Mm-hmm. It's going to benefit from property to medical to happiness, although you're in charge of your own happiness.
Yeah.
But what family and small children, and when you're growing, what family does not need beneficial categories to be put in place so they won't feel what you said that we feel normally going through the hood as Mr. Positive Energy. Mr. Positive Energy going through the Army today in 2024 is going to set a platform for your young king and queens, as well as the ones under them. You're going to break, you already broke generational curses. So you actually do have to continue this, a part of your life and platform, to be the Mr. Great I am.
Yes,
because you are a great young man.
Thank you.
You are a great young man. I must say that I am literally surprised that you had even a bad streak, a kick during you, or anything, because I didn't learn of you through that young man.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like through the guy that got in trouble, or I always admired the young man that you were. Like, wow, I used to always be like, wow, he's such a nice young man. You just don't see young men like that. Like, you're respectful from day one till today. Like, the young man that I met you are, I have to congratulate you and thank you that you are still that young man, and even better today. Like, if I had a son, I would be like,
well, you got two of them.
I do, no, a baby son.
A baby, right.
If I had a baby son coming up today in today's hood,
yes, ma'am.
I would have made you I'm fumbling on my words. Kids depend on
mentor.
I would have made you a mentor, because even if they don't like it these days, I think you should still be a mentor. I don't think that you should take on Jesus' role, because like I said, I'm not God. I can't do God's work. I can't convince you dingleberries about that. But what you can do is continue to be a great advocate like you are, and after you've done all you can, just stand. That's what I learned. After you've done all you can, just stand. After you've done all you can. I'm still in that one from you. You can have it. I'm still in that one. I want you to take it with you. After you've done all you can, just stand. Oh yeah. And
this camera went off.
It went off?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Let's start it over. I don't know how long it was. How long has it been off?
For about 4 minutes.
4 minutes. Okay. All right. So we're back rolling.
I just keep tapping.
Okay. Yeah. Tap it if you see it go out like that. Yeah, so that it alone, that's a good way to put it. After you've done all you can. That's from the great Donnie McKirkland.
Really?
Donnie McKirkland said that after you've done all you can, just stand.
That was a good one.
Yeah. So let me ask you another question.
Okay.
Are you okay with not being okay when you're feeling that way, even though you tell people to be positive on a daily basis?
That's a good one. That's a good one. What I have learned over the years is every day is not going to be positive. Every day I'm not going to feel like shooting a video. Every day I'm not going to feel like going to work. Every day I'm not going to. Some days I'm not going to feel like coming outside. Some days I'm not going to feel like being bothered with people. And we all had this in common. Some days we just not go feel like going out and engaging
and doing nothing
with the world. But when those days do come, we have to know good days are ahead.
Right.
You know?
Right.
We have to anticipate the good. Because when we put expectations on people and things, and when they fail us, now we hurt. Right. Because we should never put our expectations so high and nobody into man. Yep. Only person
that's right.
You know? So I've learned to anticipate the good to come. And I think that's been working out in my favor. And I think that'll work out in all our favor if we anticipate good things to come instead of expecting them to come.
Right.
Yeah, but some days I'm not okay. But I do things when I'm not okay. It is 5 ways that I've learned to practice positive energy and also spread them. Smile, practice gratitude, give compliments, share my knowledge and my learnings, like how we doing right here, this exchange, and being kind to others.
Right.
And also working out. You know, reading. Over the past 6 months, I even got to reading the Bible. You know, like Proverbs and Psalms. I think my best verse is Philippians 3:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Yes, sir.
I think did I say that right? That's right.
Yeah.
So I've been learning, you know, that even with Soul Journey, right? Doing the thing that I fear and the death of fear be certain. Because I was scared starting because I was just transitioning from leaving the streets. Right when I started and stuff wasn't working out. I'm just like, and I knew, and I know you got that question coming up soon. I had to do something when I was younger, and I kind of felt with me being still involved, and I got all these chances. Yeah, because we get more than one chance. Yes, we do. I'd had hundreds. Yeah, you know. I knew something eventually was going to happen again. When you put yourself in those predicaments, where somebody was going to harm me, I was ready to harm somebody, jail, me being robbed. I knew something was going to take place. So yeah, I do back, but some days I'm not okay though. Yeah. So, but you are okay with not being okay. Yeah, I've learned to be okay not being okay. That's the real question inside of are you okay? Are you okay with not being okay? Because you are Mr. Positive Energy. And like the reason I asked that question is because I want everybody to understand that you are human. Okay, you are a human being. Yes, ma'am. You are a young man with feelings in a neighborhood that is for real. You know, so it's not like you're a fake superhero around here or you're trying to be Mr. Positive Energy. That's a superhero. It's not real. Everything you do, everyday life is real. Your scenarios are real, what you talk about. Your skits are real, what you act out. It's been an experience. It's been somebody's life. It's happening. So that you have to take accountability, and I'm glad that you have. That kind of like go into my next question of
how are you mentally?
It's a good one. I'm in a space where I'm good.
That's good.
I'm not content, right? Because I don't want to just stay here.
Yeah.
My mental is in a progressive place.
Oh, that's great.
Where I want to just keep evolving.
That's good.
I
like that.
And if I have to leave certain things behind,
you willing
to do that? I'm willing to not forget about them, but leave them behind, and maybe I got to come back to it later.
And that's good.
Yeah.
And then that right there takes a magnitude of strength, because some people, like we was talking about earlier, some people just don't know how to let shit go. And that's what I be telling my kids.
That's true. Yeah.
Even us, even me grown as adults, we have to learn. We have to learn how to let things go. And like you were saying earlier, it's not what happens to us, it's how we react when things happen to us. We got to learn how to let things go. We really, really, really do. We got to learn how to let things go. And I always say, if we let things go early on, we won't drag it out so long as to dealing with what's going on, having the right attitude with what's going on, and then having a whole nother damn segment on learning how to let it go. So, like I be telling my kids, if we learn how to let it go now, that's the biggest part that we have to do. And then everything else will just come about, like how we react, or how we can react, that everything is a test, and how we're supposed to react. Like, it's not what happens, it's how we're supposed to react. We're not supposed to show a tear. We're not supposed to show anything to that. Just deal with it. Let it strike us. Boom, boom, boom. Keep it moving. That's why I say KIM. Take that one too.
Keep it moving.
That's simple. KIM. Yeah. So I do have a few more questions.
Okay.
I got a question off record. How's your daughter?
She actually was crazy. She's since I had to go to Instagram when she had a running away episode, and that's another curse I'm trying to break. And I know it's just payback for what I did. You know, me getting back at what I did to my parents.
Yeah.
You know,
we gonna take that payback out of there.
Yeah.
We're gonna just call that generational conditioning. No more payback. Yeah, because that hurts.
That hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. She just came back today, so she's still been having episodes of running away, but she is fine physically.
Great.
But I have to figure out where she's at mentally.
Mentally, stay on that.
Right.
Yep.
Because obviously there's something going on.
Yeah.
And I have reached out to help to the county and stuff like that.
I got a great place.
Really?
Signature Health is awesome.
Okay. I'm gonna have to get the information from her, because she probably needs to. Well, she has talked to people.
And we got this new thing out. A lot of people don't know about it. It's called Black Mental Doctors. I have to get the information from my sister, but it's so prevalent in our community that it has a waiting list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we got to thinking that we need people of color to talk to us basically on certain mental levels.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. For the simple fact that some Caucasians may not understand.
Yeah.
Some of the culture things that we got, or just like they just may not understand. So their questions may come off a little more aggressive with somebody going through something mentally, and either they may close up, or it just may not be a good thing. You know, so Signature Health is amazing, and Mental Black Doctors is amazing. I think she's beautiful. I always be thinking about her ever since then. I actually wanted to turn into like a transformer, like
right, yeah.
And just for real, that's why I was like, what do you need me to do? What do you like? Whatever, it didn't matter. But yeah, so that was off the record. I just was thinking, yes, I was thinking about her. She's always in my mind. So okay, so my next question is
generational conditioning. I like that.
Oh yeah,
that was a good one.
Yeah. Have you had any counseling after you had to make that fatal decision years ago and defend yourself? If no, why not?
When it first happened, I had one counseling session, and I think at that time it was just like life was just happening. At that age, it was happening when I was 22. 22, yeah, it was just life was just moving so fast at that time. I didn't even know that I was going to get out. At that time, I was just whatever was going to happen, it was going to happen. You know, so still, like, I'm just so grateful because even just be sitting here now, just being in this position I am, I'm humble.
Yes, you are.
You know, I'm grateful, and it'd be surreal because I you know, it could have went the other way, and who knows, that was, I could still not be here.
Yeah.
You know, physically,
I admire you more after that, seeing as though, because like I said, I didn't know that guy that you explained about, like how you were. I didn't know him. I admire you more after that situation because you did not take your second chance for granted. You did not. I mean, I am like one of your Padres' moms, but I still have been watching you. And that's why I always tell my sons and my daughter, it's always Big Brother watching. It's always somebody watching, no matter what. No matter what you do, no matter where you are, it's always somebody watching. And I have been having my eye on you, and you have been doing great things, no matter the small. Because people think because you do small things that they're not great. They are great. You are just willing to take the necessary steps for greatness, and you pushing beyond odds. So I really admire you, and I'm glad that you are a friend of my son's.
That's my dog. Yeah. My brother. That's my brother.
Yeah. I really am glad that you guys are brothers. I see the effect that you have on him, because my son is a pretty tough little cookie. He's a tough little cookie.
We have our moments sometimes too.
Yeah, he's a tough little cookie. We play and we call him Major Pain in the family.
Yeah,
the movie Major Pain.
Yeah, he'll do that. He'll talk to you like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah,
this is how you're supposed to be doing it. But it's tough love.
It is tough love, and he's very passionate about everything.
Everything. He is.
Yeah. So that is.
He is.
He is. He's very passionate about everything, and he's so strong. SKR. Strong.
Strong. Yeah. Strong.
So I have another question. What are your plans for the? Oh, wait. Did we finish? Oh, you said you got a little.
I got a little. I had one counseling session.
Okay.
But
so do you feel like you should do you feel like this is something that should have been talked about, or just as quick as it happened, just as quick as it went out of your mind as far as in?
I think now, because at first I was very uncomfortable talking about it. Very, very to the point to where I didn't want to speak on it at all. Now I'm in a place to where I don't think I'll never really, because a lot of people, what did happen, they glorify it and make it seem like it's a rite of passage, especially the generation now. It's like, if you don't have that on your jacket, you're not a man.
Right.
And I think it's a lot more to being a man than just you doing, something harmful to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just now getting to a place where I am able to express what happened
Mm-hmm.
and making sure that I use my words correctly, because I actually did have a relationship with the person's family.
Yeah.
But they did know me,
mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure they see what I am doing.
Yeah.
And I hope one day they may be able to forgive me.
Mm-hmm.
Even though like I still haven't forgave myself.
You have to forgive yourself. You know what else I told myself? If I have forgiven me and the Lord has forgiven me,
Mm-hmm.
who are you to not forgive me? So you have to forgive yourself. Or you'll keep going through things and you'll be as high on the cloud as you can be, as it can take you, but you will never feel your self-worth of it because you have not forgiven yourself, although He has.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as the Lord has forgiven you, you forgive you, who in the hell am I to not forgive you?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to keep that with you.
Right.
And that it puff your chest out a little bit, because it give you the confidence in yourself. Like you have to, even if the whole world forgives you, you gotta forgive you, or you'll never feel like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to forgive yourself. You also have to, like you said, you've already accepted what happened, but you have to understand that. Well, his family should understand that. Should you have sat there and allowed yourself to get hurt, to think about what they would think after that? You got to think about that. You got to think about that. So they also, like, you did know the family, but after he's forgiven you, after you have forgiven you, the only thing you can do is walk in greatness. Because, like you said, the Lord knows you. They know you beyond that. They know your inner you. So they're probably just naturally upset, but they probably just are extra sad because they know that you're not that type of guy. And that was a drastic decision that you had to make amongst you too. So that, But at any time, I tell you, always talk about it, because just like now, like you're saying now, this is therapy. Just like you didn't even want to hear yourself talk about it, you didn't want to hear it, you have to talk about it. The more you talk about it, the more you will be not so much as okay with it, but it won't feel like somebody's sitting on your chest. Yeah. What are your plans for yourself 5 years from the date you leave for the Army?
I've been brainstorming on that, because you have to know where you're going and get to where you're going. So my plan is to go in there and get an associate's. My contract is only for 3 years. Get an associate's degree, build relationships with a lot of different people, get the discipline, the extra discipline, just add on to the discipline I already have.
Yeah.
A little traveling. And I want to come out and I should more than ever probably get into politics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds good. You can definitely bring it on back home.
Yeah, that's what
because we need it here.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, that's a good one. That is a good one. And you'll be and had your level of staging and things will fit right in. It will fit right in. Oh, I'm glad you said that. Wow. That's almost like a breath of fresh air. It is. Are you single?
I don't know.
Complicated.
Yeah, complicated.
Okay. That's a good enough answer. Okay. What is your main goal to reach joining the Army as in mentally, physically, or spiritually, like the reach in it?
I think it's all three. Mentally, I would like to. I know they're gonna push me, push
To
me
the limit.
to the limit, but they're gonna make sure I don't fail. Right, mentally and physically. Mentally, physically, and spiritually. So I think all three of those, man, are. I'm definitely looking to be challenged and pulled and stretched as much as possible while I'm here, especially when I'm going through boot camp.
Yeah.
We're a matter of hours away, right? About 50 hours before I go on this new journey.
Yeah. And it's getting quicker and quicker.
It's getting quicker and quicker. Minute by minute, we talking. It's we almost there.
Yeah.
And it's surreal.
Countdown.
It's surreal. It's very like I can't believe it. You know, as much as I have to believe, you know, to go through some of the, you know, the circumstances that we talked about.
Yeah.
Doing this interview and to be here. Oh, I'm sorry about that. And to be here now, it's like it's very humbling.
Yes. It's happening.
Very.
It's happening. You're definitely in your calling. You're definitely in your calling. I can see from when I first met you that basically you got this glow about yourself. Yeah, you do. You got a glow about yourself. So you're definitely in the right path. You definitely didn't take your second chance for granted. Like you got right on it. It's almost like blink, blink. You got right on it. From my point of view, anyway. You know, of course, I didn't roll with the fellas, and I don't get outside, so I don't know that. But from what I see, I think you're amazing.
Thank you, Mr.
I think you're amazing for this community. I grew up in this community. I grew up right down the street on Whitford. So
I've been on Whitford, huh? Wow.
I grew up on Whitford. I went to Euclid Park.
Did you?
I went to Spellacy, Cottonwood. All of my kids went to Euclid Park.
Euclid Park, yeah.
Even me, my twin brother.
I didn't know you had a twin.
Yeah,
really?
I had a twin brother.
Okay.
We all went to Euclid Park. Both of my sons and both of my daughters went to Euclid Park. And my daughters both had the same kindergarten teacher.
Really?
Yes. And my oldest daughter just went to college. So I had a senior and a first grade. But they had the same. So these are
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's why I'm so passionate about the community in this neighborhood too. It's almost like I moved away, and then it was like I did a whole roundabout circle when we moved on Cliffview.
Yeah.
I had just came back after 20 years.
Right.
Yeah, I had just came back. I did a roundabout circle. So I actually love this neighborhood. I grew up over here, and I just love it. I do. I feel really good about the community, and I do feel like it's going to get better.
Yeah.
I do. I feel like that. And that goes straight into this question.
All right now.
What are your plans for your community when you come back home? And do you have a vision for your neighborhood?
I do. We've lost over the past 4 years 2 young men in our community. Continue to watch over us. Little Vaughn and T.I. I think you know both of their parents. Yeah,
a lot of people got nicknames.
But you know both of their parents.
Wow.
Yeah. So I would definitely like. Then we also lost Tierra.
That was
right
bad.
about it. Yeah, that was
bad. That was bad.
And it's a lot more people, you know, before them, and rest in peace to them as well.
Peace,
you know,
yes.
But that impact of those 3, the last 4 years was
pretty tough.
Took a lot out of our community. So I would definitely like to make sure the gun violence minimizes. You know, we can't eliminate it. You know, because there's not.
Glad you said that, because a lot of people say like end the gun violence.
Yeah,
it's not
we can't.
End. Let's
we can't.
minimize it.
Let's minimize
as much as we can.
As much as we can, because there's not a lot of us that are willing to do the work. Yeah. So I would definitely like. What my dude was telling me, he was like, when you come back, you should start like a boot camp for the community, to where you are helping at-risk youth. You know, when you can take them under your wing, it's like some type of group home, and then you help them transition. You know, like maybe something, get a contract with the judge, and then help them enlist to the military. So instead of you going to jail or prison, you could take this next step and better your life and better your future by going into the military and learning some discipline, some structure, how to be a man or even a young lady. You know? So I think that's definitely one of my plans, to come back with that, you know, to add on to the positive energy. Continue the book bag drives, the turkey drives, the Christmas giveaways. So I'll probably be doing a lot of background work now, you know, and I think a lot of people are gonna have to step up while I am on this hiatus.
That's why I asked that one question. I don't know if I asked you that yet. I don't think no, I ain't asked you that yet. I don't want to go beyond that, but I think that'll be great. I think that will be great. I think you also need to, and I'll be a part of whatever you're doing. But I also think you need to start a teen summit. Remember Teen Summit?
Yep, I do.
I think Teen Summit was so special.
It was.
I loved Teen Summit. I felt like it was a platform for them to just really, and then for some odd reason, those teenagers opened up on Saturdays.
They did, didn't they?
Yes, it was like, I don't know why that stopped, because I think in itself was therapy for young people, where they found some place that they can really talk and they really
have fun,
and have fun, but still get meaning from the convo, and not be judged, like, you know. So I think that even if it's not called Teen Summit because that's someone else's, but
Laura, I'll spin on that.
It can definitely be done, and it don't have to be. It can be anywhere, because Teen Summit was on a stage, but I think 2 steps and everybody sat on the steps. Nobody said they butt hurt it. For that hour, it was deep, it was serious, and it was resolution after that. So I think that'd be a good, just an opening platform for teenagers to speak anyway, because you got that type of personality and voice that you are easily, they can come to you, they can talk to you, so I think that'd be cool too. Let me see, I think I got one more question for you, and it is, it's crazy how we just talking, and the way the way the questions is just flowing like that. Because check this one out. Do you plan on talking to the youth while you serve, or will you be giving out virtual homework?
Virtual homework. I think
the ending question.
So to answer the first part of that question, I definitely want to continue, and I think now from they'll have a different lens to be able to see me from a different perspective. And I can just imagine me shooting a positive energy video on a ship in a different country now. I think they'll see the growth and the transformation from the beginning to now, and I can definitely let people know there's hope at the end of the tunnel. There's light at the end of the tunnel, and it may not even, I wouldn't say at the end of the tunnel, it's light as you go through the tunnel.
Yes, it is.
Because the end of the tunnel is when it's over, and we're far from over. So it's light in the tunnel, while you're going through the journey.
Mm-hmm.
Then the second part of that was
the second part
virtual homework.
Yeah.
And what do you break that down for me?
Virtual homework, in your sense, would be everyone that you have left because you're going to do what you got to do in the Army.
Mm-hmm.
Will you be giving them virtual homework, like as far as in maybe putting a bug in someone's ear and not really so much expecting a lot from them, but I'm not handing the torch down. But while you are away for 3 years, that's also a discipline that your people need to have as well, because they can't just be positive energy when Mr. Positive Energy is around.
Yeah.
So that's the virtual
right.
homework that I'm talking about. Like, how much has your community listened to the point when you're gone? How much are they going to protrude back into the community? Because it's not like you're gone forever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're right. So I do have to get some assignments and some tasks to a few people.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to have to uphold that.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's, weight loss journey.
No matter the small.
Spending time with the kids.
Yeah. You guys was on your workout day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I hate messed his leg up, man. Dang.
He was so for real about that.
He was, wasn't he?
Ooh.
Yeah, I hate he messed his leg up. But, he's like me. He could get people to move.
Yeah.
So when people see Tay doing something, they want to be involved in it as well.
Yeah.
And he was inspiring people.
I think he still can be inspiring.
Yeah. No, my eyes are going. My allergies or something.
Oh. Probably this light too.
No, it was running on this morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good. So that rounds up the end of our interview. I like
thank you for having me.
I thank you.
This
for
was
coming.
good.
It was good. I really
good.
enjoyed it. I do want to have you. I do want to tell you to have a blessed journey.
Right.
You're a blessed young man. It's great things in store for you. I don't know if your biggest test has yet to come, but I think you are ready for whatever. I do. I think you're ready for whatever. Everybody has butterflies. Accept them butterflies with glee, because he about to open your eyes to see some real stuff. Some real stuff. And you got a heart of gold, but you got the heart of a champion as well. Yeah, you're not scared. I ain't saw none of that. Yeah, I ain't saw none of that. So I do want to thank you for coming on. I think that this interview was explosive.
This was a
good
interview.
That this is going to be my virtual homework, because 3 years from when you return.
Yes, ma'am.
We're going to look at this video. And
this was a good interview.
This is going to be really, really good.
This is good.
Don't forget about the Teen Summit. Take you a notebook with you.
Yeah.
Write. Journal. And make sure that you have your eye open for every picture that you need to have in your head. Because you're going to have a picture that you carry on your phone, but then you're going to have a photogenic memory. Then you're going to have memories and pictures in your heart. So carry them all. And I just want to thank you again.
Thank you for having me. This was dope.
Yes, it's so dope. I love the young man that you are.
Thank you, Ms. Lemons.
And we'll talk.
This was nice.
Thank you.
You're good at this.
Thank you. Well, I did used to
You good at this, Ms. Lemons? You used to rap though, right?
Yeah, I used to rap, and I also used to a while ago. Bye. I used to work for this magazine called B-Fly.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This was nice, Miss Lynn, but you good at this.
Thank you. So, and anyway, if you keep going, oh, it stopped. I don't know. Maybe it'll be on there, maybe it won't. But probably still recording. But yes, I really, really enjoyed
This was nice.
myself.
This was nice.
So what I'm doing up here, this is the lab.
Okay.
So that's just like my where of course I talk and I love to talk.
Yeah.
But I be doing body contouring.
Really,
Yeah,
lady.
yeah, with the freezing the fat and,
Yeah.
and the wood there. And then that's just gonna be my t-shirt thing.
That's
But,
sweet.
yeah. So instead of paying all that damn money down there with that building.
You just got this up here.
Yeah.
Oh, this is really not this right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. And I said before that, no, before we do that, we gonna I get it. Yeah, it is. So the only problem is that
We got some costs too.
oh, I'm glad they was ignored. Yeah, doing something. But the only reason that I don't think he can get rewarded right here.
Oh, some water here.
Yeah, because it's actually a 3-car garage. But see,
Oh, right.
Uh-huh. Right.
She failed because of attendance because she said, Miss Jefferson, I know that everybody wants to get my education. I know that everybody wants the best for me. But people don't understand I have stuff going on at home. I said, I understand. But your mother has to figure it out. If you're a child, you have to be in school. So, but I'm saying, she don't be there to